Okay, welcome back. Here we go. Power 5 FPL once again. We got another one this today that we're gonna do. We're gonna do the top 5 players with their new positions, right? Like if they had been a midfielder, now they're a forward back to a midfielder. I think it's gonna be a pretty good one. So we're just gonna jump right in here. So originally I was gonna go Sergio Canos for Brentford at number 5. Now I still like it a lot. He is gonna be hurt to start the season. It looks like. But he went from a midfielder to a defense. He scored, I think he was 3 goals and 3 or 4 assists last season. Not like that's massive or anything for a midfielder, but it did show that he has some offensive attack, right? Brentford was back up or up in the Premier League for the first time in a long time, like 80 years or something they said. So I'll factor that in there too. Like maybe they were just trying to stay up, they weren't going nuts, but he definitely looks like an attacking threat. He got moved back to a defender. So what do we love? Attacking defenders, attacking wingbacks. And he seems to be a starter. Like he seems to be liked by the coach and get a lot of minutes. So Sergio Canos bumping back, I think Raya had like 10, let's see how many clean sheets he had last year, right? Let's put it this way. So Canos himself had 8 clean sheets. I mean, if you're going to get a defender for 5 million, 3 goals, 3 assists, 8 clean sheets, I mean, you could do a lot worse. And he just feels like he's nailed. Like if he was like in a rotation or like a James or a Chilwell was hurt, I would strongly suggest he could be an option. And then we're gonna switch over since he might be hurt. I also wanted to jump in and just talk about teammate Brian Mbuemo. Yes, everybody's favorite from last year. Great price, always around the box, always just out on the right, no man's land. We get the ball. I think he had 1 or 2 goals all season. So he was brutal if you owned him. No offense to the dude. Like I think he's gonna have a good year this year. But he jumped to a forward this year. Now, yes, he loses the point for the clean sheet and a point for a goal, but I also feel like if he does score more goals, with the way the bonus structure is set up, being that Brentford doesn't score a ton of goals, right? I mean, there's not a lot of 4-1 or 5-2 outbursts, whether they win or lose. So my point being, if a forward gets a goal and it's only 1-0, 1-1, 2-1, there's a good chance he's going to get bonus because he gets a lot more BPS for the goal than the midfielder does in the BPS system. Also, that being said, he does kind of play a little bit like a midfielder, so he should get some touches and some passes to keep all that BPS adding up. So I like it. I like Brian Mbuemo. This is number 5 on top guys with new positions. Jumping into number 4, might be a little bit of a shock. Actually, the back-to-back are on the same team here. I'm going Joe Linton, and I'll tell you why. He went from forward to mid last year. He did score some goals. He did have some assists. That since he joined the Premier League, I don't know if anyone remembers. I think it was 3 or 4 years ago now. He was skinny. Like he was always kind of tall, kind of skinny and lanky. The dude's kind of jacked now. He kind of looks like Tyrone Mings. I mean, he's a big dude. He definitely throws his weight around. He's kind of a little bit of an enforcer out there. Kind of like that. Yes, he is 6, which isn't great for him. But yeah, 4 goals, 2 assists last year. He played 2,500 minutes though. I mean, 2,500 minutes, that's pretty solid. That means he's getting the playing time. He's absolutely on the pitch, basically nailed. So from forward to the mid, then, with Pope back in defense and some midfield or some Newcastle defense might being better, if he gets a few more clean sheets and he is nailed and he's going to play the minutes, we like Joe Linton sneakily back there. And also, his teammate, this is number 3, Allan Saint-Maximim reversed out of a forward to a midfielder. I think it's great for Saint-Maximim. I do. He's definitely offensive, right? Like, I mean, he's flashy. He runs around. Like, he's making passes. It's a little erratic. I'll give you that. I do have to tell you, like, the kind of kung fu stuff, all the shit in his hair and all that stuff. Like, it's fun. Like, I like it. I like watching Allan Saint-Maximim play and score. And he seems happy to be at Newcastle. Signed a big contract. They've got other signings. Wilson might be healthy. I mean, who knows? Almiron scoring goals. This could be a good year. I like Maximum back there. Again, the point back for the clean sheet, point back for his goals. I like it. Obviously, Newcastle midfielders, he's a 6.5. That's not terrible for him. But, until Newcastle kind of start proving, hey, we're going to score goals all the time. Might not be great, but I personally like it. Then number 2, this one I like a lot, actually. Havertz for Chelsea bumped up to a forward. I just think it makes more sense for him. I mean, Lord, I'd never see this guy past the midway point, for one. So he's always up there. He's going to be their talisman. Well, at least as far as the forward goes. Lukaku's out of there, right? Werner kind of says he wants out of there. I don't know what's going on with Pulisic, but it seems like Mount and Havertz seem like the dudes that are going to play all the time. So if he got 8 and 8 as a forward and pulled out a few bonus points, he's listed at 8 million. It's not bad, right? Right there with Jesus. So if they had a good run and Arsenal started having a tougher run, they might be able to go back and forth. So I like that. I like that a lot. I personally, when Havertz came in, I expected more from him than Werner. I think also Havertz, another guy that maybe needed a year to kind of just grow up, get a little bigger. He is in the Premier League now and just getting used to that. Chelsea play a lot of games. They're a top 4, top 6 side. So he's being asked a lot of, in my opinion. I mean, I do think if you're getting paid like that and you're, a player of his caliber, deal with it. But I like Havertz a lot going into the season. He's not in my starting team. I'm going Jesus, Vardy, Kane as my 3 starting forwards. But then, so let's jump to number 1. And again, I think one of the most favorable thing about guys who jump to forward is in the BPS. The other thing I want to mention too, you ever notice like it's like a 1-0 or a 1-1 game and a guy comes in, it's a forward, and it's 0-0 and he gets the goal? He's absolutely snatching all those bonus points. For one, the forwards get more BPS for a goal. I think it's 6 more total BPS points. That's a big chunk in the long run. I mean, let's be honest. If a forward gets 2 goals, I mean, barring a midfielder has a goal and 2 assists, I mean, it's over. Especially if that forward plays all 90. But so my number 1, Diego Jota. I love it. I love him listed as a forward. They seem to try to do this with Liverpool back and forth the last few years. Firmino has been stuck there, but I do think Mo had 1 year there. I think he did. Could be totally wrong on that. Or it was Mane. But with all of them at midfielders and Diaz as a midfielder, I mean, one of them had to become a forward. I think it's great that it's Jota. This dude had 15 and 7 last year. That's legit. Playing on a team with Trent, Robo, Salah, obviously, Mane. I mean, he wasn't going to get bonus points unless he got 2 goals. I mean, that's how it works at Liverpool. With the way Trent and Robertson can just pick up bonus points for as little as like an assist and a clean sheet with all the work that they do in their crosses. I think for Jota, this is huge. I really do. I think, Darwin Nunez is in there too. But Darwin's listed as a forward also. But I think what's going to help for Jota is I think he's going to score. I think he can be a 12 and 12 guy. I think he'd be more like a 12 or 14 and 6 guy this year if he doesn't blow those front of the goal shots. He had 2 or 3 of them last year, and people talked about him. One of them, I mean, he almost got the trajectory to go backwards somehow to get it up and over. Like, I don't even know how he did it with the one, but he did it. Anyways, I mean, if he were to get 12 or 14 goals and 6 assists, in some of those games where he gets 2 goals or a goal and assist, I think he's really going to push Robo, Trent, and Salah for the BPS. And I think that's hugely beneficial for him. I think he is going to get minutes. I think it's going to be Jota, Diaz, Salah. Jota, Diaz, Salah, like up and down all day. Nunez coming in and out, maybe replacing one of those guys until maybe week 6 or 8. Then maybe Nunez will start getting a full start here or there. Or maybe he plays all 4 like he did when Firmino and Mane were there. I mean, Firmino's there, but Firmino clearly does not seem to be like he's going to be starting week in and week out. So, but I love it. I think it's great for Jota. I think it's going to be a great pick. And so, yeah, that's what we got for those top 5 guys with new positions this season. So, yeah, that's what we got. Top 5 guys with, top 5 guys. So that's what we've got. So the top 5 guys with the best new position qualifying position this year. The Brentford boys, Sergio Scanos from midfield to defender, and Buemo from midfield to forward. Number 4, Joe Linton from forward to midfielder. Number 3, Saint-Maximim from forward to midfielder, both Newcastle boys. Number 2, Kai Havertz from midfielder to forward for Chelsea. And number 1, Diogo Jota, midfielder for Liverpool last year as a forward for Liverpool now this year. I think it's great. And this is an honorable mention just because this dude has been an FPL hero. We've all loved him. Stuart Dallas, back to a defender. Yes, horrible injury at the end of last year. I have no idea when that guy's going to see the pitch again. I would imagine not through this season. The only benefit he gets is maybe World Cup pushes Premier League out a little bit. I don't know. I'll have to see. I mean, I've looked at the schedule. I don't know how long it goes, but I mean, Stuart Dallas as a defender when Leeds were getting some clean sheets here there, like that was gold. That was gold. And I think he's. Let me just double check before I wrap this one up. I can't remember if he's at a. He's got to be a 5. I can't see that. I can't see them putting him at a 4.5. Yeah, he's at a 5. But yeah, Stuart Dallas, get healthy, my man. We dig you. We like to have you in our teams here and there. You're definitely an attacking threat from the defensive end. So that's what we got for the Power 5, FPL Power 5, best players with their new positions and how it's going to benefit them. Thanks for watching. You guys have a great day. And we'll be back with some more content. Like, comment, subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe. Get out of here.